Allah Azza wa Jal gave us these 5 prayers that we have to establish. And in order to establish them, Allah Himself says, وَآخَرُونَ يَضْرِبُونَ فِي الْأَرْضِ يَبْتَغُونَ مِنْ فَضْلِ اللَّهِ. There are people that are traveling, pursuing Allah's favor. There are people that are traveling, meaning they're not in one place. They keep moving from one place to another. And even to them, He says, وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ. Establish the salah, give zakah. So now Allah knows that you're not always going to be nearby a standard large masjid. You're going to be traveling, you're going to be at an airport, you're going to be at a hospital, you're going to be at a clinic, you're going to be at your business and all these other places. So what did the Muslims do early on? And what was the spirit of our religion? It was that actually any place you are, your place of business, should at least have some consideration where you can pray, where you can have a prayer. So for example, the Malaysians have a really good understanding of this, and it's actually very much in line with the spirit of our religion. If somebody's working at an office and the masjid is 15 minutes away, 15-minute walk away, right? If they leave for 15 minutes and go pray for 15 minutes and then come back 15 minutes, they're gone for 45 minutes for Dhuhr prayer, right? So they didn't even take lunch, they just went and prayed Dhuhr. And then an hour later, Asr was gonna come in. And they're going to go for 15 minutes, pray Asr 15 minutes, come back 15 minutes. Now they're gone. They're going to be out of a job in 3 days, right? That's the reality of it, right? And there are people that are commuting to work. They're commuting to work, and because they're commuting to work, it may be possible for them to pray Fajr in the masjid and be able to get to their workplace. And it may not be. It may be by the time they make it to the masjid and get out, the bus is gone. They're not going to get to their job. They're out of a job again, right? So our religion didn't, and some people feel like, oh my, I feel so guilty, I'm not able to go to the masjid because I wasn't able to make it to the jama'ah in the masjid. What was the solution to that? Actually, Allah did not ordain that huge structures will be built where you have to go 5 times. In fact, like I was referring to the Malaysians, what they've done is they had this ordinance where in basically every big building, there has to be one apartment or one space designated as a surau, a place to pray, the Malays call it, right? So it's 3 o'clock, everybody knows in the building, they just come down to that place, they make salah and they go. And somebody came later, they have a place to pray. Just like, I think in London airport, they also have a prayer area, right? And this was supposed to be everywhere. So if a Muslim is building a restaurant, a halal restaurant, obviously there are going to be some customers that are going to come in maybe an hour before Maghrib, and then it's going to be Maghrib time. And if you're building your business and you just have a place where people can pray comfortably, a little musalla on the side, this is also the masajid of Allah. This is not, the masjid is not only the grand structures, the masjids are also these small places where you've made it convenient for you to be able to pray, right? And they're also considered important parts of establishing the salah. So the first thing I want to make clear is that there isn't supposed to be some kind of a major guilt for you that you didn't make it to the grand masjid for every single prayer and therefore you're less of a Muslim. That's not the case. Allah Himself has acknowledged that salah happens in different situations. In fact, even in states of war, Allah says, فَإِنْ خِفْتُمْ فَرِجَالًا أَوْ رُكْبَانًا. If you're in a state of fear, you can even pray while you're walking, Allah says. أَوْ رُكْبَانًا. Or you're riding on an animal and you're scared that if you come down from the horse or the animal, you're going to get shot or stabbed or an arrow is going to be... You can make salah while you're still riding on the animal. وَرُكْبَانًا. And the amazing thing about that ayah is the animal is riding between the mountains, right? Or is riding towards a destination. The road between the mountains is not facing the Qibla. It's facing whatever direction you're going in. And you're running, maybe the Qibla is towards the enemy. The people that are trying to rob you and you're getting away from them, right? So now you're facing away and Allah is still accepting that salah because Allah acknowledges in the Quran human beings can be in different situations. But no matter what situation they're in, they still need to establish salah.